how I stayed lean, traveling across 5 different countries in the last 7 months without having to go to the gym every single day and without even tracking a single calorie. So in January 2025, I started off in the UK and then I went off to Dubai, from there Bali, now I'm in Australia, heading back to the UK and then America. How do I do this and still stay in shape? So many women, and I know this because I used to actually get a little bit of anxiety traveling, not knowing what to eat, almost thinking, right, just starve yourself. And then also thinking, oh my gosh, if I cook my own food, how do I do that? Some of the places I've stayed in Bali have been absolutely tiny in terms of no kitchen, no regular consistency with different foods, because what happens when you travel is you might still be eating healthy, which by the way, I'm just going to ignore right now. That doesn't exist. When you are traveling to different countries, everything is different. The water is different. We take it for granted. Even showering is different. I noticed a huge difference in my hair going from Bali, Thailand, where my hair got really dry because of the quality of the water, compared to somewhere here in Australia. So traveling genuinely gives me anxiety. And this year I took on the challenge to prove to you, to show you how, no matter where you are in the world, no matter how many days you don't have access to a kitchen, all the time I'm heard, well, you can stay in shape and you can lose weight by being in a calorie deficit, which isn't incorrect, but it's not always practical and it's not always sustainable for someone who's traveling so much. Now, as someone who's been doing this across 5 different countries in only 7 months, how I've done this, I'm going to break it down for you. No fluff, no nonsense, some practical steps that you can take home with you today. Hey, I'm Nika, the founder of True Self Mastery, and I've created the Female Rider Code, which gives equestrian females, time poor riders, the blueprint on how to stay in shape, not only for yourself to feel confident to ride better, but also have the energy without those fatigue both in and out of the saddle. Okay, get straight into it. Pillar number 1. By the way, this is what I teach everyone who signs up with me. It's very personal, but I'm going to give you exactly what I help my time poor women with. Nutrition is the first pillar. You can achieve fat loss without going to the gym, without counting every calorie, when you know what food groups to eat. So here's a little cheat sheet for you. Number 1, prioritize protein with every single meal, whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. Prioritize whole food protein. Number 2, really, as a female over the age of 30, think about your fiber. Fiber is so important and really helps stabilize that blood sugar, especially if you're someone like me who enjoys chocolate and enjoys a biscuit. And when I mean biscuit, I mean a whole packet of biscuits. Fiber is key. I'm going to say it. Carbs are not your enemy. We need carbohydrates. We need healthy fats as females to function, to think clearly. So don't skip the carbs. With every single meal that I have, 3 meals a day, I guarantee and ensure that every single time, protein, fiber, and carbohydrate. If you break it down to that and keep that consistency, no matter where you are in the world, it is very likely, and I can prove it myself, that you will stay in shape. You'll maintain a same, get rid of that bit, remove the 3 meal thing. Adopting and understanding on what foods to eat, and if you adopt that rule of a fist of protein, a fist of carbohydrate, and 2 fists of fiber with every single meal, you will 100% feel that your blood sugar will start to stabilize and you won't have those energy crashes. Where we go wrong, especially as someone who travels, is you think, okay, I'm not hungry this morning, so I'll eat later on. And then it's 2 o'clock, and before you know it, you are absolutely ravenous, so you eat whatever's in front of you. That's when we can overeat. And if you were counting calories, that's when you can really overeat and feel not only lethargic and awful afterwards, which is really not a good thing to have at like in the afternoon, but more importantly, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to lose that stubborn belly fat or that stubborn back fat, the worst thing you can do then is overeat. So rather have your dinner a little bit earlier. So eat dinner no later than 8 p.m. so you don't go to bed on a full stomach. So then you wake up feeling hungry. Most of us eat really late At night, we go to bed late, we get up in the morning, we feel lethargic, fatigue, we have no energy, we just feel a bit grumpy, our back starts to hurt. This is then when we say to ourselves, start again today, I just won't eat anything, and then the same cycle happens. When it comes to nutrition as well, I am a coffee lover. I love a morning coffee. I'm going to share a secret with you that I actually love coffee that much. I enjoy the mornings to have my morning coffee. What changed not only for my gut health, but my hormonal health, is I swapped my coffee till later on. Now bear with me. In the morning when I get up first thing, I have lemon water, freshly squeezed lemon water with a pinch of salt, and then I'll do some form of mobility, and then I will have something to eat. So within an hour and a half of getting up and waking up, I'll make sure that I'm eating something, and that something, guess what, it'll be protein, fiber, and carb source. Then I'll have my morning coffee. For me, that changed my digestive system. I used to get really irritated my stomach, and I would have to go to the toilet because I would be having coffee on an empty stomach, which also spiked my cortisol and made me a little bit not anxious, but quite stimulated to get things done. And I was then overstimulated. So then I would then not eat because I was thinking, I'm fine, I can do everything. But what I really needed was the correct fuel in my body, not fueling myself with coffee. So that was a big game changer for myself. The second pillar is movement. Oh my God, move your body. It doesn't have to mean you go to the gym. I've been in Australia now for 4 weeks. I've not been to the gym once. I'm just doing home workouts using my body weight. When I was in Thailand, I had access to a gym, so I went to the gym. Whatever it is, move your body. I am going to say though, if you're someone who wants to lose fat and you're pushing yourself running and you're over the age of 30, please be careful. Not only because of the changing hormones are you running the risk of injuring yourself, the recovery will also be a lot slower. Weight training, resistance training will actually have more significant effect on your fat loss journey than cardio at this stage of our lives. So please remember that. Weight training, body weight training. I've actually moved away from the gym for the next few months, and I'm going to be working on some handstands, and I'm training using my body weight every single day. The third pillar, and honestly, this is something that no one is talking about. It's your nervous system. Knowing how to regulate your nervous system, I call this your brain gym, makes a significant positive effect, not only if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, but also how you show up every single day. We're humans, we have emotions, we mess up sometimes, we fail on things, and understanding how to regulate those emotions are important in every aspect of life. This is really close to my heart because when I was growing up, I grew up in a very, be a girl, don't be too sensitive, don't be emotional was always said. So I would almost put up a bit of a wall and be a lot stronger and think that crying was weak. And obviously now, as I'm getting older, getting into my 40s, I'm recognizing that my hormones are changing. I'm recognizing changes in my cycle where I'm feeling a little bit triggered and more emotional, and that it's okay to cry. And having that understanding for your health, for your cellular health, for your nervous system, for your gut health, has a really long-term positive effect on your entire health, but also if you're someone who wants to be in shape for a long time. And for me, health is wealth. So knowing how to manage your nervous system is honestly fundamental for any form of health. But for this video, I'm relating it to fat loss. So the 3 pillars are nutrition. The second pillar is movement, and the third pillar is stress management. I'm going to throw a bit of a bonus one in. As a thank you for watching this, please remember to subscribe to this video. And if you want more information, comment below. Let me know if you resonate with this. Let me know if you're someone who travels and also gets a bit anxious. And if you'd like to know specifically what I'm eating or what movement I'm doing, if I haven't explained that enough, comment below. I'm here to share everything that I know with you. So the bonus tip in today's video is hydration and sleep. The 2 other factors that are really key when it comes to maintaining health, maintaining the lean shape, or even having the fat loss that you want to achieve. We need sleep to restore, to recover. Really prioritize having at least 6 to 8 hours of good sleep. Hydration is the second point. As a rule, for me, and it might be slightly different for you because we're all individuals, I prioritize at least 2.5 liters of water a day. And I notice a huge difference in not only my bloat, that significantly changes when I drink more water, but B, just how I show up for the day. I notice if I don't have water, I end up having more caffeine, so more coffees and more teas. And what happens is the energy crashes for me are worse and I sleep worse. So really try and listen to your body, your symptoms during the day. Try and write down how many cups of coffee or tea or other maybe fizzy that you're having. Thank you so much for watching. And by the time I film another one, which in a week's time, I'm going to be back in Bali. And then the week after that, I'm going to be in the UK.